There was a shooting that took place at a Rite Aid distribution center in Aberdeen, Maryland. 3 people died as a result of the 26-year-old female gunman opening fire. She then shot herself and later died from the self-inflicted wound. Now, Sheriff Jeff Gahler has more information on this, so let's take a look at what he had to say.
Immediately, deputies, officers, troopers, other first responders responded. We were on scene just in over 5 minutes. Arriving law enforcement, fire and EMS units quickly paired up together, got into the building in order to render first aid where appropriate, treat patients, and an attempt to locate a suspect or suspects. At this time, I can confirm multiple wounded and multiple fatalities. Based on what we know right now, and again, very preliminary, the lone suspect in this incident is in custody and is in critical condition at a local hospital. It appears to be a single weapon that was used, a handgun, and there were no shots fired by any of the law enforcement officers responding to the scene. We do not believe that there's an additional threat anywhere to our Harford County community. We have set up a family reunification center working with the county executive and our county partners at the Level Volunteer Firehouse.
So the suspect was pronounced dead shortly after that press conference, to be clear. She did die from a self-inflicted wound. So far, we don't know what the motive was, but we do know that she was a temporary employee in this facility.
So who isn't sick of these same scene over and over again? Police officer at a press conference saying, we had a shooting, multiple dead, multiple wounded. There was another crazy story in Texas today about how some guys got in a fight over a mattress and then shot their neighbor. In the old days, they might have fought, somebody might have lost a tooth, but everybody's got guns, so everybody uses them. You might have gotten upset at work and maybe you would have cursed once or twice. Now you come in with a gun and you kill people. So is it the guns? Absolutely. Let me show you 2 stats here. America owns nearly half of all the guns in the world. Amazing. 48% of the guns in the world are owned by Americans. And does that lead to more mass shootings? The answer is absolutely. Let me show you another chart. This one tracks guns versus mass shootings. We have the most guns and the most mass shootings. And other countries that have very little guns have very little mass shootings. That is not a coincidence. So far this year, we have had nearly 1 mass shooting a day, which is what happens now every year in America. Yeah. So it's gotten to a point where most people don't even report mass shootings anymore.
Yeah, that's right. In fact, Gabby Giffords, who was obviously a former politician and was also the victim of a shooting, said the following and highlighted other shootings that just happened in the same time frame. 3 workplace active shooting attacks in just the last 24 hours should spark outrage in every American. Today, it was a drugstore distribution center in Maryland. Yesterday, a software firm in Wisconsin and a municipal building in Pennsylvania.
I mean, now there's so many mass shootings in America. They have their own categories. Oh, we had 3 workplace mass shootings in the last 24 hours. So sometimes people ask me like, hey, I'm gonna go abroad. Do you think that country is safe or not safe? How could it be less safe than here? So unless you're going to Afghanistan, no, if you leave here, you probably have a much better chance of being safe because there's shootings everywhere, nonstop all across America because we have lost our minds over guns. The TYT Plus app is now available on iOS and Android. Download to get more TYT content at tyt.com/app.